My name is Eugene Kim, and I own a restaurant in Seoul, South Korea called ginosnypizza. This is my new phone number. I just got it right now. I'm in the city. What time are you done with work? All right. Well, maybe we can grab dinner or something. I don't know. Just call me after work. All right. All right, later. I lived in New York for 26 years. It feels really good to be back in New York. Most of my college years and young adulthood I lived in the city, and I think it was a very big change for me, I guess, in terms of my lifestyle or the kind of people I met, seeing different culture and art, food, and all that good shit. The reason why I started ginosnypizza, I was born and raised in New York, and it's what I pretty much grew up eating all my life. And ever since I moved to Korea about 12 years ago, I felt like there was really nowhere that was selling a real New York legit style pizza. Ginos was aired on a famous network TV show called Mishke. It was an amazing experience. I did not know what would happen after the show, but the very next morning at lunch, there was an unbelievable number of people just lined up outside of the restaurant, even an hour before we opened up for service. After the show, it was an amazing feeling to know that there were so many Korean people that have, never been to my restaurant or may have never tried a New York style pizza, and to see how much everyone was really enjoying the food. It was really important to me that I felt like I got back to New York, back to the hood, to check out all the new places as well as all the iconic old school pizzerias, to just really learn more, to educate myself, to learn as much as I can, to see how I can even make my pizza even better. I spent a lot of time in New York to train and learn and to reach out to a lot of these New York iconic pizzerias. I was able to get in touch and kind of coordinate and plan a chance to meet them at their restaurant, so we could talk about pizza, we could talk about what's happening in New York City and how the pizza landscape has changed, and even about how I'm trying to introduce what a New York style pizza is in Korea. It wasn't easy to get in touch with all these guys. I'm here in New York now, and it's been great. I was able to sit down, share a slice of pizza, had great conversations. Hey, Paulie.
Hey!
Hey, man. How's it going?
What's happening, Eugene?
Excellent. Very nice to meet you.
Same here.
You got a beautiful shop here, man.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very fortunate.
So, yeah, I came from South Korea. I own a pizza shop out there called ginosnypizza. So I'm here to just ask you a few questions about your restaurant. Can you tell me a little bit of a history about your place?
Well, I was an IT person in the corporate world.
That's right.
Until I was 56 years old. But it wasn't very satisfying. I love to entertain, I love to cook for people. I did that at home all the time, but I never wanted to open up a restaurant, although people always encouraged me. But my heart wasn't in it. Mm-hmm. And I realized that pizza was a lot simpler than opening up a restaurant, so I decided that's what I was going to do. To do this, I needed to build one of these ovens. So I built an oven on a smaller scale than this at home, and I built this oven in 2007. and started telling people that I was going to open up a pizzeria. And I got to get a reputation out there.
Excellent.
And I started looking for spots to open, and I found Greenpoint. And I found this, and here I am.
Excellent. You know, funny thing is, before I opened up my shop, I was just actually an English teacher for about 10 years. It was good in the beginning, you know. I did have a passion for teaching, but like you said, you know, I had a strong desire to like change my job. You know, I wasn't satisfied. I wanted something a bit more social, right? To be around like people, like customers, you know.
So are you in your restaurant?
I'm in my restaurant
every day?
Every single day.
And you speak with the customers?
I always try to connect with my customers.
That's a beautiful thing.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing. So you don't have a business, you have a life that's paying you.
Right, and I love it, you know. You know, in the beginning, also we have an open kitchen, somewhat similar to this. I don't have a beautiful oven like this, you know, but we do have that, you know, the traditional kind of deck ovens.
Well, who said that's not beautiful?
I want a bigger oven. But having the open kitchen, and you know, I was in the kitchen for many months when we first opened, making the pizza, seeing the customers eat the food. It was great. I have a Korean partner. His name is Hyunseok, but you know, he's been at my side at all the times too. You know, and so he's been able to help me with a lot of the other issues.
That's the good side of you know, having a partner.
You know, we us New Yorkers like to consider ourselves pizza snobs. Yes?
Yeah, sure.
I definitely do. I'm sorry.
Sure.
I admit it straight up. What do you think makes our pizza different from the rest of the world?
People believe that they can make pizza here, so they make pizza here. I think people in other cities, they think, well, they can't make pizza because it's not New York or something.
Right.
You go to Chicago, they have deep dish,
Right.
You go to Texas, and they have great barbecue. But
Exactly.
this is where you make pizza. You know.
Dude, what do you think? Okay, let me ask you this question. What's the most important thing on the pizza? Is it the crust, the sauce, or the cheese?
Yes,
If you had to prioritize.
everything.
I agree with you too, but let's say if you just had to go, you know, most important to least.
Well, you have to have the crust. All right. Otherwise, you have a plate with sauce on it, or a plate with
Sauce and
cheese on
cheese.
it.
Okay.
All right. So you have to have the crust, but well, it's still great without sauce or cheese or without other toppings.
Exactly.
The reason why I really enjoyed visiting his shop, not only is he rated as like one of the top you know, pizza spots or pizza shops in Brooklyn or even in New York, but it's because he took the time to meet me during his off hours at the restaurant.
That's what I do. I love being here and meeting new people every night and talking to them, making sure that their experience is good, but it also gives me an opportunity to make new friends with people and maybe learn something from them.
We ate a lot of food. He fed me 4 different pies. He was really, really kind guy. He got to share a lot of stories and gave me a lot of inspiration. How we don't always need to look at pizza in just one way, in the typical classic New York style way, but you know, there's room for using new ingredients, creating new different kinds of sauces, and even his crust. His crust is pretty amazing. I mean, it's not like very crunchy and thin, but more something like, as he said, similar to naan, like kind of like what the Indians food, the way naan is made. We had a great time. He had a beautiful shop. You should definitely check it out. It's in Greenpoint, Brooklyn, and I hope to see him soon in the future.
Good to see you, man.
That is Scott.
First pizzeria in the United States.
Let me just tell you, this is amazing.
Answer questions, fuck a 9 to 5, and you try to make this my job. It's my art, my creative mind, everything you not and won't ever experience, cause you ain't as intelligent. Open your mind and understand the world that we live in. Titles really mean nothing unless behind them is millions. Then again, half these rich motherfuckers who